And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 4, the 4th Ignition. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And when I remembered from some time ago that there was a syncing issue when I used my Hapag box to record. So I went ahead and tried to fix it. I'm not going to know until after this episode if it worked, but I'm hoping that it worked. Which is the best one can hope for. Welcome to the farthest reaches of my world. Here you shall meet your end. I don't think so. I'm going to protect everyone. That's the purpose of having this power. Protect? How amusing. Tell me then what I should do, since I was unable to protect my dear Scythe. Get a new boyfriend? Get over it, yo. You who protect those you care about, and I who fail to do so. Show me the difference between your fight and mine. Okay.
No, our fight and your fight, they aren't the same. How amusing. Pray tell me then, how do they differ, little boy?
I'm trying to get to the local Taco Bell, man.
There is no difference when you take up arms and kill your enemies, is there?
I would think there's a difference.
My turn.
It's our last lucky card, but we'll go ahead and use it.
Here's another way to use them.
And that's bad. It's not the end of the world, though.
I'm not good at holding back.
It's just temporary.
For the sake of my next move,
Temporarily annoying.
you can't overcome distorted space.
There we go.
I'm ready to go. I'll never forgive you.
Let's see. Excuse me.
Ha! What do you think you're doing?
Removing an issue.
I'm not good at
Man.
holding back. It's your fate to fall.
Okay.
I want to help. If you need healing, I'm here. Not to the likes of you.
There we go.
You think you can escape me?
No.
The same pain Scythe felt.
Move her over there. It's better than nothing.
The same pain Scythe felt. Let's do this. I'll attack head on.
That'll hurt distortion. We may as well try it. Just see what it does. Yeah, it's enough. And it hit Belial as well. Interlude.
No rest from my relentless blade.
Maybe she can move and attack.
My flashing blade shall pierce the darkness.
Yeah, suck on that bitch. Didn't use a Gela card, just didn't have time. But Gela is secondary
Isn't possible.
to XP, I assure you.
How can I be defeated by mere humans? Spineless, weak, and mortal that they are. And by some snot-nosed kids, no less.
So lots of XP. With a level 2 Raquel. How is this possible? How can I lose to mere humans? What have you done? We haven't done a thing. It was all you. Hmm? That other guy who could also control space said I've drained my power and could use a little pick-me-up. So seeing revenge and creating this subspace to prevent our escape is what did you in. Interacting with space consumes an inordinate amount of energy in a short period of time, right? In your case, you didn't just cause minor local alterations, you created an entire alternate universe. And you're that much weaker because of it. So that's what you meant when you said, with enough effort, I think we might have a shot at breaking out of this subspace. Just my razor-sharp mind at work. Foolish humans, you think you've won, do you? You won't escape from here. I'll destroy this subspace after all. After all, it takes an inordinate amount of energy just to maintain it. We'll be crushed by the collapse of this space. These are the furthest reaches. There will be no escape from death. Listen up, guys. She said this is the deepest part of the subspace, right? If we look at it the other way around, then the furthest place from here is right where we first came in. The entrance to our world. At least it may be a place we're looking for, but there's only one way to find out if I'm right or wrong, and for that we need to run like hell. Great. So that'll be a thing. Now, it is what it sounds like. I believe there's a timer coming up, if my memory serves me right. Let's recharge this, because it's got to be coming up. And this will actually keep it from... This will slow it down, which is quite nice. Yep.
Jump.
Anything we miss, we gotta actively just let it go.
This time for sure.
Or we can just fall off the platform. That's equally the same difference, is it not?
Jump. For it.
Hey. Now it shows up.
Accelerate. Once more. Full speed. Time's up.
Got it all that time. Raquel? What are you doing? I'm not good at running. It's okay. You go on. I'm just good at killing. Your life has more value than mine. Don't you dare talk like that. All you need to do is stand up and follow me. Thanks, I owe you one. I'm alright, you can let go now. I'm not used to doing that sort of thing, I'm still shaking. Just a little bit longer, won't you help me stop the shaking? Oh, giggity, 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 giggity. Oh no. I've had enough of you. Now draw your weapons, let's settle this once and for all. I'll put an end to everything. A lot of talk. When will you recognize that there is no difference between your fight and mine?
The strong will crush the weak. From time immemorial, this has been and continues to be the universal rule.
So is that all things must poop. That is also a universal rule.
You're wrong. You people attacked my village and hurt those that I care for. And now you won't leave Yuli alone. But I'm not fighting for vengeance. I'm fighting so that the strong won't prey on the weak, and to prevent that from ever happening again. It isn't easy, taking up this arm. After all, it's a weapon which takes away lives so easily. It's a power born of war, and it's not something to be used lightly, the way you people do.
Yarp. She's gonna get a turn, so she'll get to move it into a more, I would say, advantageous position. Yeah, let's go ahead and use a Gala card. We gotta do something with him. Okay, since she didn't move, let's shut her out. Oh boy.
The jaws of space-time will crush you!
This changes a little bit of what we gotta do here.
Now even I should be able to.
No way she has a free turn.
Where to go? I'll put you down!
Let's actually move from there. Got a pretty good size turn coming up if she doesn't move.
Ha! What do you think you're doing?
Nice counter. Exactly what I wanted.
My motions are without end! Arbitrator Comet Strike! Ah, I swear I'll make you pay!
I know she's not fragile, but we have all this damage we could be doing.
I swear
I should have interluded again, but I wasn't sure if I was actually going to kill her or not, so I think it's safer to assume that we won't kill her.
We can't miss this chance! I'll attack head on! Ah! I have to be strong!
You need to get 2 turns.
die! Ah! Here, cheer up! Now even I should be able to.
Maybe I'll give that a try.
Fragile.
They're tougher than I thought. Let's see now.
I may as well.
I figured we might need this. My emotions are without end. I'm not good at holding back.
Okay.
No rest for my relentless blade! Strike from the heavens! Think you can take me on?
You should be able to kill this bitch.
Don't underestimate me! Ah! I've been destroyed!
Yes,
Human!
you have. Get wrecked.
How amusing. You spout off about the gravity of arms. Then you ought to know the weight of your words. Over the ages, I bore witness. As humans waged countless wars from one generation to the next. Power used to take, not save lives. Yet you children, you who inherit the earth and wield this power, you espouse different ideals? How ironic. If such a thing were possible, then Scythe and I, if only we...
Bye, Felicia. So not as much XP, but that's because of reasons of not having any more lucky cards. But it is what it is. We'll get some more later.
It's almost as if a powerful force is pulling at it.
What's happening? Arno! Hey, I don't always have all the answers. Why don't you try thinking for yourself?
You think this is the way out, don't you, Arno? Then we'll just have to trust your instincts.
Man, why did I go back to cable? There's been no communication from the Yulia at all. It appears that they were unable to complete their mission. It's almost too much to believe. I never would have thought a Brionac lieutenant could lose. Nevertheless, we must face reality. We have failed the assignment we had sworn to complete and betrayed the expectations of the High Council. Isn't that right, Commander Kresnik and Lieutenant Jeremy? It was bad timing, and I shouldn't have underestimated them just because they were kids. I won't screw up next time. I'll secure Yulia Tride unharmed. That task will be my top priority over all else. So, Captain, the only thing less appealing than an unsightly man is one who doesn't know when to quit. But Farmel? This has to be a joke. And a bad one at that. Isn't that right? Oh, this isn't one of your jokes, right? Say something, will you? Otherwise I do enjoy jokes, but I don't count tolerating failure among my hobbies. After all, it's necessary to acknowledge one's faults. If that's how it's gonna be. My, what menace he exudes. He looks like he's about to burst. He kind of looks like Chris Evans. Surely you aren't thinking about doing anything silly. I'd really advise you against it. After all, I am the fortress that guards Brianak's ideals. And I am the lance that enforces Brianak's ideals. Know that any misbehavior will need to answer to us. Violation of service regulations and second degree insubordination. You earn yourself a transfer to a new post, Jeremy. Why don't you cool your heels for a while over at Illsville Prison Island? Don't forget, Kresnik, I know all about your... Jeremy, I do not dislike your ferocity. We can use your ferocity to force into motion that which has stagnated. When the time comes, let us fight together once again. For you two are one of Lambda's elite, a member of Brianak. Enlisted soldiers, you're sending these guys to escort me? Hey, don't you dare touch me! I can make it to Illsville by my damn self, and I'll make it back that way too. We appreciate your hard work, Kresnik. Continue to watch over your sister carefully. It's for the sake of the world's future. Just before Yulia was lost, we observed a spatial distortion reaction, most likely caused by Belial. Let's start our trace near the dimensional nexus stones she established. If anyone is able to return, that is where they are most likely to appear. Who do you intend to send in pursuit? If we are to ensure our success, it would be inadvisable to send the lieutenants one at a time. To guarantee the completion of this mission, we must concentrate our forces while preparing for all possible contingencies. I'll leave the administration of our forces in this matter to you, Augst. I'd like you to formulate a foolproof plan. Yes, sir, I shall not fail to meet your expectations. Now then, what would you like to do, Kresnik? Will you remain on standby until Augst's plan is ready? No, I'll let you decide what's best for you while on standby. You may do as you please. Understood. I'll be on standby for the time being. As soon as my orders are ready, I'll join in on the operation. You're so considerate, Lambda, but aren't you being a bit lenient? Especially with regard to Jeremy's punishment. It's only natural that I treat my valuable subordinates well. Jeremy and Kresnik are the valuable ones? Of course they aren't alone. What matters is the future of this world, and I would sacrifice anything for that. I can't tell if you are really cruel or really kind. Of course, that's what I like about you. It's just, well, following you takes its toll. I do hope you'll continue to follow me, Farmel. Yes, I'll follow you anywhere. Boing! She'll follow, alright. Her pantaloons around her ankles.
Birds chirping. Just like that day.
Tasty green tea.
Like death incarnate.
Bob?
Raquel!
And that will now be in all of your nightmares. He's gonna eat us! Ah! We made it back, alive. You know, I appreciate your trust in me at the crucial moment, but you sure took your sweet time waking up. Sorry. I don't recognize this place. It looks like we've ended up in some forest I've never seen before. Yeah, it would be best to keep moving, but you don't look too well, Raquel. You should rest a bit more. I'm fine. I'll be back to normal once I get back on my feet. If we're going to rest, let's wait until we find a town where we can actually relax. All right. So those must be the stones that Tweedledee and Tweedledum earlier were talking about. Let's keep moving.
Jump.
Because even though we're well rested, we haven't saved in a while. And Lord knows we could use a good save.
Jump.
Alright. Strangely enough, the only thing we can kill is that.
Time to cut loose!
I can't catch them.
Oh, it doesn't help when I miss either.
Let's do this.
Oh man, being attacked by dung beetle.
Let's see now.
Hiya!
My flashing blade shall pierce the darkness. There's not even time for us to enjoy the view.
And now we're starting to get some pretty killer XP. That's just regular for the most part. So that's something worth, you know, keeping in mind. Well, why don't we take a break? We just barely started walking out of the forest. Don't tell me you're tired already. He's being considerate of you, Raquel. Oh, for crying out loud, I told you that I'm fine, but if you keep fussing over me, that is going to wear me out. Yeah, well, I'm hungry. How about some lunch? The truth is, I really am beat. Come on, let's rest a bit. I'll make us something to eat. Really, you can cook, Yuli? It's nothing special, just a simple dish. In that case, Jude and I will take a look around and we'll leave the cooking to you. First he says he's tired, then he says he's going to take a look around. I don't understand him. We better have something ready by the time they return. I don't understand why you sound like you're enjoying this too. Because she's gonna make her famous dish. Pig's feet in yolk sauce. So how is it? Too good for words. Raquel, how do you go about flavoring this dish? Flavoring it? Well, in swordplay terms, I guess you could say I read the wind. In other words, follow the flow, align the blade, show no hesitation, and strike with full power. I think the show no hesitation, strike with full power is probably where you went wrong. Well, I'm just not good at this sort of thing, am I? I hope our rations weren't wasted. No, I discovered this idea I never knew about before, so I don't think it was a waste. And I should be able to adjust the flavor, so it'll be fine. I learned something new about you too, Yuli, so you enjoy cooking, do you? It's a lot of fun to have people enjoy the dishes that you've prepared. I'd be happy to teach you if you'd like. I'd be greatly obliged. I'd like to learn to be a little more ladylike. And look who's back. Guess who's back? Back again.
I'm starving. Welcome back,
What's wrong?
What did you drag back with you?
What are you talking about?
It's a bear!
I'm not a bear.
A monstrous bear man thing, then!
Oh, man. Bears. What's with the bears, kid?
Oh, bass.
Do I look like some kind of a bear to you? I'm just a starving man in search of some grub. What you got there? Sure smells tasty.
By the way you're acting, you sure seem like a bear to me.
I haven't eaten in 5 days. For the love of all that's holy, please give me some food. Oh, hey, what's in the pot? Looks delicious.
No! What's the matter with you, Yuli? It isn't like you to...
No! You can't have any. We haven't adjusted the flavor yet. It isn't fit to be eaten.
Come on, don't be so stingy. I'm friggin' starving here. I don't care. It doesn't matter what it tastes like.
Yes, it does. And if you don't care, I don't want you eating it.
Oh, I can't take it anymore!
Oh man, that's me when they tell me there's no more bacon at the breakfast buffet. Not gonna lie. Oh, he's sucking it up like a vacuum cleaner. But I've never seen you so stubborn, Yuli. You wouldn't even let him taste it until it was done. That's because, I mean, I'm sorry. You think you can wolf it down any faster? Sheesh. Well, that's because I came across some guy passed out on the edge of the forest, and I need some energy in order to rescue him. And how can you just sit there eating? Go rescue him already. Well, you know, if I'm gonna rescue him, I'll need enough energy for the both of us. We've already eaten enough for an entire army. Anyway, we better go along on the rescue. We were looking for a way to get out of the forest anyway, so let's go together. Okay, well, first things first, we need to save, because we have not saved in quite a while. And let me see here. Our next level is within less than 8 battles in this area. So let me see. We've got +4 here. Not enough. Oh, we're about to get a bunch of points next in a couple of levels. So let's see. Shutout again, 2 levels. So we'll get 4 points from that. Again, same difference. 2 levels. We'll get the 2 points. So that's 4 back for her. 1 and 3. Yeah, we're not spending a lot of Raquel's points, which is I'm okay with, because investing them would probably put her at a HP deficit. I don't know if I'm willing to want to spend. Our counterattacking isn't kicking in as much as I'd like it to, so that could be a technical pass for right now. We do have enough to do that. What is she at? 2347. So she loses about 150 HP, but then gets that. This is tough because chances of landing a critical hit are coming up as well. But we'll leave it like that for now, just because she gets the benefits of that, per se. Again, we're not going to get much back till we get to item steal, really, for Jude. So we'll get some back once we hit level 20, but that's 4 levels from now, so that's quite a bit. Rather, quite a while. So yeah, I think we're good, but that's going to be our setup temporarily. But yeah, so this will be a shorter episode because I feel like I should do some grinding, especially because we're out of. Oh, you know what we could do before we end it? We can break this. And we could try to break it if it doesn't work. Oh well. It's a big toes. She's not in a good spot. It's showing us the damage we would do. We do more to the sexton because they're standing on an elemental thing. But they actually take no damage from magic. That's interesting.
Where to go? Think you can take me on?
Deal with them.
Item steal! Alright!
Heal
Let us free to the
him because he's hurt pretty bad.
Cool and smart, that's my way.
He will kill that.
With enough of them, even pebbles can be weapons. Time to cut loose.
That was nothing.
Yeah, a hundred each is still really good XP. 90 Gela isn't too bad either, you know. Considering the bosses are given about 300 or 400. You know, this is a pretty neat little grinding spot that I think we will do. And because it's a grinding, we want to do some grinding, we can actually increase the amount of encounters with Bad Omen. We've purified the save point, so that'll be good. Yeah. And roughly, I would say 30 minutes to an hour of grinding should be more than sufficient. Because ooh, there's a level apple. They're pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna be able to do much with him, but can't say I'm not gonna try here. Part of me wants to kill it, and a part of me wants to steal. Technically want to steal from them because they drop, I believe you can steal level apples off of them. But look at that. Look at that right there. That's a thing of beauty, and Yuli's gonna gain the bigger benefit of most of that. It's another reason to want to level around here, because there's clearly some pretty cool enemies here to fiddle around with. Not gonna lie, and the Bad Omen is going to just encompass more and more enemies in our general direction. And we're right near a save point, so it's like you can utilize that as well.
This is farewell.
Well, can't do anything, so.
I'm ready to go. Fire! Think you can take me on?
So, yeah, you can see why I like grinding in this area, personally. Not just because of the apple. The apple creature is pretty rare.
There we go.
But like I said, the average XP when any characters get kills is roughly around 150 to 200, and that's really good. Kind of glad that I at least get to end the episode by showing you one of those apples, and how awesome they are, because they really are awesome to fall upon, and you just don't risk it. Whoever gets the turn, you just take it, because the damage is just that freaking good. You'd be kind of a fool to pass up on all that XP just because you want a specific character to kill it. I'm pretty sure they run away when given the opportunity, and they don't have to be near the edge of the map to do it.
Just as planned.
And there's free 700 Gela as far as I'm concerned, or 500 Gela, because those things ain't cheap. So yeah, we're gonna level up here for probably no more than an hour. Maybe if we get lucky and get another apple fight, we may be out of here in less than that. But you never know. You never know what the game will bring. So
My turn.
With that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTart Studios for more live gaming action, because when we come back, we will be probably level 20 at the rate that we're going.
Hey, let's see what I can do.
And if I can go any higher in a very small amount of time, I will go level higher. I don't think that that's going to be a thing as much as I'd like it to be, but as they say in the old country, you don't know unless you try. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you.